Hi, and welcome to the Retirement Concepts podcast where we discuss both lifestyle and financial issues in retirement to help you understand them. Welcome back to another episode of the Retirement Concepts podcast. You're joined by myself, Lionel and Peter from Purpose Planning, and Peter Graham from Redefining Retirement.
Hi there.
Today on our podcast, we're going to chat a little bit about why we do what we do and give you guys, the listeners, a little bit of an insight about what we do, why we do it, how we do it, and help you understand all those aspects about retirement, obviously, because we've recently written the little book of Retirement Concepts, a book that both Peter and I wrote together over the last couple of years, and now it's out into the market, shared with you, sharing our experience and our knowledge. And we're going to be doing the same thing here through the podcast that we're doing at the moment. So, Peter, welcome. Thanks for joining me for another podcast.
Yeah.
It's nice and sunny.
Yeah, that's good.
It's beautiful, isn't it? So the sun's always nice when you're out walking around and soaking up the rays. It's good for the body. It's good for the soul. It's actually good for plants as well.
Yeah, I know. It's good. A bit of vitamin D into the body is just what you need.
Yeah, exactly right. So today, Pete, I wanted to talk with you and also help the listeners understand why you do what you do. And you've had an interesting journey coming all this way with what you're doing at the moment. So tell us about why you do and what you do. Who do you do it for and why do you do it?
Well, Lionel, I was a financial planner for 50 years. And when it got to a stage where I was thinking about my retirement, I started to ask people what they were doing about their retirement. And it became patently obvious for me that people had no idea what they were going to do. Sure, they knew one thing like golf or travel or grandchildren or fixing up the garden, but they couldn't answer the next question, which was, well, what else are you going to do? And that is why I took an interest in helping people understand what retirement's all about. I realized that most people do not have a plan and they do not have any idea as to how they're going to fill in maybe 30 years of retirement. So I developed Redefining Retirement, which is a concept where one looks at retirement differently. And that's how it all started.
And so now you're on that journey of redefining retirement. It's been how many years now have you been doing that for?
About 17 years.
17 years. Yeah, wow. And where has it led you so far? What have you discovered over time?
Well, I've certainly discovered that the most important thing for any individual heading towards retirement is preparation. Now, it's not just preparation about anything. In the booklet, little book of Retirement Concepts, there's a summary of many of the topics that people need to know. And so it's specific understanding about the important issues that people need to do. And if you do that, there's a chance that you could have a great retirement.
Yeah, and I find a lot of people these days that I come across that are particular about retirement and actually are prepared and planned and are organised, that they do actually have a fabulous retirement. Like they're out there living their best life in retirement. It's well planned, it's well organised. Money isn't the issue when you're organised. And that's one of the big keys is you see a lot of people these days and they've got a lot of worry on their face. And if you ask one simple question, what are you worried? They're always worried about, am I going to run out of money? Like, how much money am I going to have in retirement? Am I going to run out of money and not be able to go and do the things that I want to do?
And the problem there is that they've never had advice. And so they've got a vague understanding of their financial needs. Whereas working with a financial planner, and Lionel is the person I'm working with and the one that I would recommend you talk with. He can help you understand your financial position and can clearly explain your financial position in retirement over the long term, not just today, but over the long term. Now, it's a general direction, but it gives you a lot of confidence. And that is why people who are well prepared and well planned have a great retirement, because they know where they're going and they don't have to think about little issues like, which is the best interest rate today? Someone like Lyle's already worked that out for you.
Yeah, so the confidence comes as well after you get a bit of clarity about what's going on. A lot of people these days, they come to us and they've got their financial affairs in pieces. They've got pieces here, pieces there, pieces everywhere. And we're trying to bring it all together to work out what's the main piece all together for your retirement and how we structure that the most effective way. Now, why I do what I do is because I actually really enjoy the retirement phase, the retirement aspects of this area and this whole dimension of life. And I don't know, I tell my friends and I tell colleagues, they're like, why do you like doing it? Because I like my grandparents. I had a really good relationship with my grandparents, and I always loved going and talking to my pop. They both passed away now, sadly, but I always had a good relationship with them, and he'd always tell us a lot of wisdom, and the wisdom would come in just little stories about stuff. Either he was out on the farm talking about how he was a farmer. He had 25,000 acres out in Burke. They lived out there for a long time, and then they sold their farm quite a number of years ago, and they picked up and moved to Wamberal, which is on the Central Coast. So he was good with his hands, and he'd always done stuff with woodworking and all that sort of stuff. And my grandmother she ended up teaching herself how to paint and then became like more of a recognised painter out in the Western area, Dorothy O'Malley. So if you see a little Dorothy O'Malley painting, that's my grandmother. But I always had a good relationship with them, and how I approach with clients is like I want to really look after them like my grandparents, check in on with them frequently, make small phone calls and do small little things that it's not all about just the finances. When it comes to the finances, we work out the puzzle of your life and your retirement piece, and then we piece it all back together and make you get on the right track to go to the right place in retirement. And that may mean making sure you've got the funds in the right areas. We put a lot of emphasis on putting a lot of money into superannuation where we can, because purely for the tax reasons, the tax benefits of that is the most tax effective structure. You can hold any money if you're in pension phase. So we put a lot of emphasis on that. But yeah, the worries, Pete, the worries that people have before they come to us just dissipate after we've put in a plan in place and we know the direction that they're going. Because financial is a worry at the start, but after you've shown them what the projections look like over time and how much money they're going to have in retirement, and when the money's going to run out, it's like, well, then the worries just disappear because they're financially secure of what they want to go and do. And the sooner we can get on that path and put the puzzle back together, the less your worries are going to worry about having money. And now we just got to worry about what are we going to do in retirement? What is the lifestyle that you're going to live? Where are you going to go? How are you going to sort of go and spend all this money? Then I'm telling people to go and spend money because they got too much money.
Yep.
And as part of our book, one of the lines is there, you don't want to end up with unspent capital at the later years of life when you could have used the money in the capital or the money pretty much in the earlier years of your retirement. Because as we look through our retirement stages in our book, there's 4 different stages, key distinct stages that we talk about in the book. And they are your pre-retirement years, which is pretty much your Nelly there at retirement. And then your early years of retirement, which is the most fun in retirement, is your go-go years. You want to go here, go there, go and travel here, go and travel there, see this, see that, and work and sort of go and use the hard-earned money that you've worked for the last 40 or 50 years and get the most out of those years. But those years in your go-go years, you want to try and make them last as long as you can, Pete. maybe you can talk a bit about that, the go-go years and making it last and enjoying it while you can.
And it's very important to understand how to do that. Now, in retirement, the number one issue, it's not money, it's health. And if you can look after your health, you increase the chances of you having a fabulous go-go phase of your life. Because you will only do lots of things if you're healthy. If you're unhealthy, you can't do the things that you could do if you were healthy. So understanding that health is number one, and that's the type of thing that we teach you. We help you to understand the issues that make a big difference. If you are healthy, you can have a fabulous time. Now, I'm 80 years of age. I'm still working. I don't have to work, but I love work. I love being involved with people, and I love helping people. Now, that is an example of my way of looking at go-go years. Your way, that'll be different. Everybody is different. But if you have the right options in place, then you choose the type of go-go years that you want to do. Now, travel is one of them, and people often talk about travel. I'm still traveling. My wife and I travel a lot. We like to get out there, see things, meet people, and relax. Not everyone can do that. And mainly it's because they're worried about money or they are physically unable to do so. Maybe mentally as well, they might be unable to do so. I encourage people to understand that if you get your health right, you too can have a fabulous go-go year.
Yeah, and that's the key with anything in life these days is having your health. And if you don't have your health, you can't create wealth on your years up to retirement, and you can't go and enjoy your retirement when you've spent all your money, spent all your time creating your wealth.
That's right.
A lot of people worry about making sure they have enough money towards they get to retirement, but they forget to actually enjoy the years along the way as well. And that's another key point there is make sure you're enjoying the wealth in the years while you have your health and the opportunity to go and do so. So money isn't all about everything. Money isn't just a thing about everything in life. You've got to actually live life. But money just gives you the flexibility to go and enjoy parts of that part of your life. So
if you're prepared, you can enjoy your life. If you're not prepared, you'll end up thinking about money all the time and worrying about all the issues which a well-prepared person doesn't even think about because they know where they're going. Now, I believe that a well-prepared financial plan allows you to spend 3, 4, maybe 5 hours a year looking at your finances. And that's a review time spent with Lionel, understanding what's going on, rearranging if necessary, but taking the stress away. Those who don't have that plan tend to worry endlessly. They're forever looking at newspapers about the highest rate of return and where their money is and what the share market's going to do and is property going to rise or fall and so on and so forth. Hey, just don't do that. Be prepared. Talk to Lionel, get the financial stuff organised and get on with your life. And that's where I help you, understanding how to have a fabulous retirement.
And why do you do that, Pete? What fulfillment do you get out of helping people understanding the concepts and the areas of retirement?
Well, the main reason is that most people don't understand it.
Yeah. What are they?
That's why I like giving and helping people get to a point where they suddenly understand a lot of the issues associated with it.
And they probably don't know the issues that they have. Well, they do know the issues, but just don't know how to obviously fix those issues or come up with a solution to untangle the mess that they're in.
Yeah.
And it may be just a simple little process, maybe just a simple routine.
Well, it could be a lot of things, but I would disagree with you there. I don't think people do understand what the issues are. For example, I believe there are about 80 of them. Now, you don't have to understand every one of them. That I agree. You do not have to do that. But if you want to know what the important things are, you must talk to people who can help you. And that's where I can help you on the lifestyle issues and Lionel can help you on the financial issues. And they're two separate components. So please appreciate that retirement is not just about money and it's not just about filling in time. It's a combination of both.
And how do we do that? How do you help them? What's your method of helping them with? Is it you write them letters or do you?
If they want me to, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. I like working in workshops where people can get involved and express their views and listen to answers, not only of their problems, but other people's problems, because all of a sudden they'll hear an answer to that problem. I think, hang on, that's me too. And they will learn in that way. But we have a lot of podcasts. We have a lot of ebooks. We have a lot of presentations that we can help people with. And for those who want to, there's personal coaching as well.
Yeah. And that's done in a person or it's on a Zoom arrangement?
Either way.
Either way? Because you could be helping, because a lot of people all over Australia, really, everyone's going to have their own different issues. If they don't have someone locally to them, then obviously locally can become locally online. And it's just as good as having a video conversation here. You can pick up a lot of the conversation there. So it's don't limit yourself to wherever you are, whether you're in Australia or all over the world. Don't limit to yourself to being able to be contactable to get some help. So
well, that's true. And a lot of people perhaps they don't understand how easy it is to talk to people these days in other parts of the world. For example, every Monday morning I talk to a friend of mine in England. Cost me nothing. Spend half an hour discussing what he's doing, I'm doing, and other friendship related things. It is that easy to talk to people anywhere these days. It's a matter of picking up the phone, knowing what to do, and that's where we can help you. Get onto a system where we can give you the advice and help that you need.
Yes, good. That's nice. Well, if you are out there and you need some help and you're struggling with the retirement side of things, and you don't know what to do and you think that you can't be helped, well, then you need to reach out. Make sure you get in contact with myself or with Peter or anyone of the like. And it's all about just communication these days.
Yeah.
Communicating is the easiest thing to do by just picking up a phone and making a phone call. But nowadays it's a bit of a daunting thing. So make sure if you're in a tough place at the moment, then reach out to whoever can help you. If it's me or Peter, we're happy to have a chat and work out how we can help with. And if it's at the point in time where maybe it's worthwhile just organising a regular conversation with Peter as a coaching side of things, he's going to really talk you through what all of your issues are in retirement and help you understand what are the other options out there in retirement and help you put something together to sort of make sure it's becoming more meaningful for you, because you don't want to be just sitting around waiting for the end of the road to come. You want to enjoy the scenery along the way, enjoy the sights, meet new people, go out and enjoy your parts of retirement, because if you're not doing that, what did you spend 40 years working for?
That's right.
And always.
So we might leave it there. In summary, if you've got any issues, financial issues, lifestyle issues, or understanding financial matters or retirement matters, give us a call, make contact, see the links below. Just get in touch with us and we can help you. So thank you very much indeed.
Cheers. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Retirement Concepts podcast. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to let people know by sharing the episode around, rating and reviewing the podcast on the platform you listen on. Also, if you need some guidance on preparing for retirement, please head over to our website lbrc.au to grab a copy of our little book of retirement concepts that brings you closer to having a fabulous retirement. Until then, we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.